I wasn't supposed to be in that building. The city records office closes at 5, but the lights were still on, and the front desk was empty. I only went inside because I'd lost my ID and needed a temporary replacement for work. Nothing dramatic. Nothing important. Just paperwork. At least, that's what I thought. The hallway smelled like dust and old paper. Every footstep echoed too loudly, like the building was hollow. I followed the signs for archives and found a half-open door. Inside were rows of metal cabinets, tall and gray, stretching all the way to the back wall. One drawer was already open. That should have been my first warning. I don't know why, but I walked toward it. Inside were folders, hundreds of them, each labeled with names, dates, case numbers. Missing persons, cold cases, unresolved disappearances. I told myself I was being stupid. I told myself to close the drawer and leave. Instead, I pulled out a folder. The name on the tab made my stomach drop. It was my name. First name, last name, spelled correctly. For a second, I actually laughed. It felt absurd, like a coincidence so stupid it couldn't possibly mean anything. People share names all the time. But then I saw the photo. It was me. Not a similar face. Not someone who looked like me. Me. Same scar above my eyebrow. Same crooked smile. Same mole near my left ear. A photo I recognized, my old driver's license picture from 3 years ago. My hands started shaking. I flipped open the folder. It was a missing persons report. Full legal name, date of birth, home address, workplace, emergency contacts, my mother's name, my sister's phone number, my medical allergies, everything. Then I saw the line that made my breath stop. Date of disappearance, tomorrow. Tomorrow's date, not today, not last week, not a typo, tomorrow. I checked my phone. The date on the screen matched the one on the file. Perfectly. My brain tried to explain it away. A prank, a mistake, some kind of sick joke. But the file was official. Stamped, signed, logged into the system, barcodes, case ID, officer assignment. This wasn't fake. I heard footsteps in the hallway. I froze. A man's voice echoed from somewhere behind the shelves. Calm, bored, like someone who had done the same routine for years. Didn't expect anyone to be in here this late. I slowly turned. He was wearing a city employee badge. Gray jacket, clipboard in his hand, mid-40s, tired eyes, no expression. He looked at the open drawer, then at the folder in my hands, then at me. Something changed in his face. Not surprise, recognition. Oh, he said quietly. My heart started pounding. Oh what? I asked. He exhaled through his nose, like someone realizing their shift just got harder. You weren't supposed to see that yet. My mouth went dry. See what? He stepped closer. My file. I whispered. He nodded. That's yours. I shook my head. That's impossible. I'm not missing. I'm standing right here. Yes, he said calmly. Today, you are. My legs felt weak. What happens tomorrow? He didn't answer immediately. He walked to the cabinet, gently pushed the drawer closed, and took the folder from my hands like it was fragile. Then he looked me straight in the eyes. You disappear. The words felt unreal, like dialogue from a bad movie. Die? I asked. No, he said. Not officially. My heart started racing. What does that mean? He hesitated, then spoke in a lower voice. There are people who fall through the system. Accidents, crimes, runaways, natural disasters. And then there are the ones who vanish clean. Clean, I whispered. No witnesses, no evidence, no bodies, no records that lead anywhere. Just a file and a name. I backed away. This is insane. I know, he said. Everyone says that. Everyone. He looked away for a second. People who've seen their files early. That made my blood run cold. You're telling me this has happened before? Yes. Did they disappear? He didn't answer. That was answer enough. My mind started spinning. Can I stop it? He studied my face. I don't know, he said honestly. Some try. Some run. Some change everything about their lives in 24 hours. And the file still closes. I felt sick. So I'm just scheduled. In a way, he said quietly. I looked at the folder in his hands. Why tomorrow? He shrugged. Sometimes it's days. Sometimes it's weeks. Sometimes it's the same day. I grabbed my phone. Call the police, I said. We'll go to a station. We'll prove this is fake. He shook his head. This is the police system. I stared at him. Then help me. He hesitated again. Longer this time. Finally, he said, the files don't say how. They don't say where. Only when. Then what's the point of them? He gave a sad smile. To document the future. That sentence made my skin crawl. I took a step toward him. Delete it. I can't. Lose it. I won't. Why? Because the last time someone tried that, the file disappeared. My chest tightened. And the person, they didn't. Silence filled the room. I could hear my own heartbeat. So what do? I whispered. He looked at me for a long time. Then he said something I'll never forget. Be very careful who you trust tonight. My phone buzzed in my hand. A message. From an unknown number. Just one sentence. Don't go home tomorrow. I looked up at him. He was staring at my phone. His face went pale. That was fast, he muttered. What? I asked. They usually wait until morning. Who? He swallowed. The reason your file exists. The lights in the archive flickered. Just once. Then everything went quiet. Too quiet. And in that silence, I realized something even more terrifying than the file itself. If tomorrow already had a record, that meant my future had already happened. And whatever was going to make me disappear was already on its way.